Taking a trip with your friends is always fun until you find yourself in a generic horror movie and get killed by Jason.
Again.
Today's movie is Friday the 13th, Part 3, perhaps the most generic one of the franchise.
It's pretty...
Stay tuned to see why.
So much of it is in the fucking barn.
Before we start, I just want to apologize for the previous episode. We had an error where for some reason the video just stopped working. Hopefully we made it better with some pictures or something. We're recording this before that one's out, so we'll see. We already recorded the audio, so we felt it'd be fine to just play the audio, because most people don't watch podcasts anyway, they just listen to them, especially this kind of podcast. And another thing to note is we will be delivering some short-form podcast-style content soon. Now let's move on to the cocktail.
The cocktail.
Our cocktail today, seeing as this is the first movie where we get hockey mask Jason, we decided, I decided to do a hockey style cocktail. It's called a maple leaf.
Because Canada.
You may know it, yeah. Honestly, I mostly chose it because it's the only thing that seemed good, and it had lemon, and I kind of had like a lemon theme going on with all of these, you know, because summer camp and lemonade and that sort of thing.
Yeah. And if it's, I think we've already said, but if we haven't, he's doing the cocktails for all the Friday movies, and I'm doing all the Nightmare on Elm Street ones, so...
It's also the only one that I saw, at least, that was hockey themed and had bourbon, which I already had, so I didn't have to buy anything new.
Yeah, it's nice to not have to buy stuff.
So, yeah.
That's why some of our cocktails are very creative, to use a nice word.
We got bourbon, maple syrup, and fresh lemon juice.
Fucking love maple syrup. Friday the 13th, Part 3 was written by Martin Kitrosser. I may be pronouncing that wrong, who knows, and Carol Watson. It's directed by Steve Miner, who also directed Part 2. The movie came out in 1982, and it grossed $36,697,702 worldwide, according to BoxOfficeMojo.com. So if it's wrong, blame them, not me.
I'll still blame you.
It is, of course... the first film where Jason puts on the hockey mask, as we said. That particular style of hockey mask was mostly abandoned by the time this movie came out anyway, so there's no blaming Jason for those masks being done away with.
Yeah. And plus, it's a modified version of that mask anyways, because if I remember correctly, the hockey mask belonged to a person on the crew, and then they were like, hey, we'll use this, and then they just modified it somehow. I don't actually know the specific details.
Yeah,
but
probably.
Yeah. It's always weird when like these weird like I guess you could call them like legends about like these movies like
no, I know the word. No, I don't know the word.
Yeah, but where it's just like, oh, did you know this type of hockey mask was banned because Jason came out? And it's just like, that's not true. Like at some point someone just made shit up and then people believe them. It's like, why are you just making shit up?
And it's weird when it's something that's really easy to prove like that.
Right? And it's also like a dumb thing anyways. Like what even if it was true, like who gives a fuck? Like what? Yeah.
I mean, it'd be interesting to know if it was true, but it's not. So stop lying. This was the first Friday the 13th movie to actually be released on Friday the 13th, which seems like a missed opportunity for the other two. I don't know why they didn't do that.
Why would you not?
Okay. The Higgins Haven main building in this movie has since burned down.
Unfortunately.
It was speculated that it was because of a group of teenage fans broke in and were just being negligent teenagers.
Yeah.
Originally, Jenny, the final girl from the previous movie, was supposed to make a return, but the actress for her thought that she would be too busy and has since said that she regrets not being a part of this movie.
I think.
I personally wouldn't regret it, but if you've watched the movie.
Hold on. When Ginny was the.
She was supposed to make a return.
Oh,
in this
she was the
movie, but
final
the
girl
script-
of the second one. That's right. Sorry, I'm thinking about something between 3 and 4.
And with all that said, it's time to get to the meat. As will become a theme with Friday the 13th movies, we start with a flashback to the previous movie. And they waste almost 7 minutes
my God,
with a
that's so-
fucking recap of what. And it's not even like
I know we're not to it yet, but they do the same fucking thing in 4, and
Yeah.
I'm like, for the love
Well,
of God, just start it.
And we'll get to
Just
that,
start
because at
it.
least that one's actually a recap. This one isn't really like a recap. It's just they show you the last fucking 7 minutes of the
Right,
previous
they just-
movie. They're not like, here's bits and pieces of what happened. You can piece
Right.
it together. Like, here's
They just
exactly what
show-
happened for the actual length of time
And
that
you
it
see,
happened.
what's really insane too, right? So at least between the first and second one, when they did that, right? Actually, I don't know if this is better or worse. When they did that in the first and second one, the first and second one came out within like a year of each other.
They all came out
They
pretty
were like
quickly.
really close.
They all came out
I
pretty
think
quickly
the
after each other.
right it's a really short period of time between the first and second one. Between 2 and 3 is a little bit longer, and then 3 and 4 is even longer. So like the recaps kind of make sense with like the
Yeah.
later ones, but like with the first, why are you
And, like,
recapping the first one?
I get doing a recap because especially then they didn't have the internet, so they couldn't just Google
Right.
like what happened in this movie. But 7 fucking minutes.
It's so long.
7 minutes.
At least the recap of the first movie at the beginning of 2, right? It's like cut down. Like it's just like this little bit, this little bit, this little. This is like you said. They just have the whole
show
ending.
so much of it that they did not have to.
Right. The only thing they added, right, is Jason laying on the floor at the end after Ginny and Paul Holt, after Ginny and Paul leave, right, and he's got the hatchet in his shoulder and he like crawls. He takes the machete out and he crawls away, and then they cut out and kind of ignore the jump scare at the end where he comes through the window.
We'll get into it. Jason fucking loves smashing windows. It's like
especially
his favorite thing.
This is what I was thinking about again, 4. But this is what I was thinking about when watching 4 the other night. Was like him and his mom love throwing bodies through windows.
They just love breaking
I
windows.
think
It's
almost
a theme.
every, maybe one of these doesn't, but at least 3 out of the 4 we've seen so far have a body like getting thrown through the window.
They're all about the fucking windows. Anyway, we go to the intro sequence.
Oh,
and
the
it
3D
feels-
credits.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
very
God.
strange, out of place, and the music choice is very odd. The just spooky like funk music is
Right, it's odd.
very
It's still it jams. It's good music. It's
But
just
not for this.
It's totally different.
Yeah, it's very strange. It
It's
doesn't
totally
fit the
different
vibe.
even than 4. Like 4 kind of goes back to the same formula for the intro that the first 2 had, but this
Yeah.
one's just very out of place.
We've got this strange superhero graphics over the ominous, cloudy background. It's just really weird and odd. And
Right. Yeah.
Then we go to the town that is outside of Crystal Lake. A woman is watching.
I don't think it's actually in the town. It's just like a gas, like little grocery store
How about
shop in the
you
middle of the
don't
woods.
Fucking correct me.
Like it's not in
Yeah, I
like the
don't-
town proper. It's just like
close
by itself.
enough to Crystal Lake.
It's the sort of place
Yeah.
that like if you're driving up into the mountains, like you leave town and then before you get to buttfuck nowhere where your cabin is, like this is like the kind of grocery store that you pass.
But we're at that sort of, a lady's watching the news about the events of the previous movie.
Right, and this is where we get the reused film of Ginny getting wheeled out into the ambulance because I guess there was just a reporter standing there by that point.
Yeah, definitely. Her husband was out hanging laundry, but then he disappears, and she goes out to collect the laundry, thinking that he just decided to stop doing laundry.
And we just see Jason lurking around.
Awkwardly walking into frame. The Jason in this movie is very goofy and awkward, and I don't like it.
He also looks the least amount like he could be a grown-up version of the kid that's shown in the first one, because like the Jason look at the end of the second one is a very like big and bulbous head that's very deformed like that, right? Then the guy in 4 is also a deformed head that's similar to the kid.
But it has
kid
a
Jason.
like 4 takes place like right after, and there's
Actually, all 3 of these take place back to back.
and like there's so much wear and change on his
Right,
face,
it doesn't make
and
sense.
He's got long black fingers. We'll get
to that.
We
but
need to stop talking about
what,
4.
No, what
We're
I
not
was
to it yet.
What I was saying is this guy, like those two, look like they could potentially be. It doesn't make sense that they're all different, but like those two could potentially be like grown-up versions of the kid one. This guy looks like he's from like The Hills Have Eyes
I
or
don't know,
from Wrong Turn.
When, we'll get to it when he takes off his mask, but I totally thought he looks like he's in the Goonies.
Yeah, right.
He's
Like he
fucking-
just.
He's too goofy for me. Anyway, Harold's feeding his fish, and then he takes Harold is the guy. He for
Right.
some reason tastes the fish food.
Yeah, and there's the fucking big ass rabbit that's in the fucking produce.
Yeah, it's in
Why-
his produce, and he's
why
like,
is
"You
he-
scant, get out of there."
I suppose he doesn't care because he's also eating his own merchandise.
Yeah, he just opens some nuts and starts eating them.
Right.
His wife finds him with the bunny. She yells at him because she's not very nice. She calls the cute rabbit a filthy animal. What a bitch.
I mean, it's in the produce that they sell to people.
Okay, but she could be
Like, they didn't
nicer
even
about it.
wash that
She
lettuce.
could be like, get that little guy out of there.
Like, they're gonna give somebody food poisoning.
Anyway, he goes. No refrigeration, by the way, for the produce. But anyway, he goes. He goes to put the bunny away, and in the cage, a bunch of other bunnies or rabbits or whatever it is are dead already, and there's a snake in
Are
the
there?
cage. That's what it looked like. To
Oh,
me.
Snake in the Rabbit Cage. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
and there's a snake
It's
in the
been
cage.
I haven't watched this movie in like a
and
week.
It lunges at him because 3D.
Oh, yeah.
The
Oh, my
fucking-
God.
These
Oh, my
movies
God.
and snakes.
I'm gonna-
I wonder if they killed this one too.
There's that, but also, I'm gonna talk about this now because this is the first time that's coming up. And actually, the first 3D shot.
Oh, I have
think,
a lot of 3D
Right,
comments
we'll
going down.
talk about them, but the first 3D shot, at least that I remember noticing, is when he's like poking a stick at the laundry or something, and like the end of it's like waving like 3D, whoa, in your face, right? And but you actually see him, right? He cheats, right? Because when he turns his head, that's the actor checking the monitor to make sure he's got it lined up right. Because with these old 3D things, you had to have all the cameras and everything like lined up perfectly to actually get the 3D effect, and all of the people on this fucking like. All of the people working on this movie were constantly pissed off because everything for the the studio was really pushing them to do this 3D thing, and everything had to be fucking perfect. And I forget who it was, but I saw a clip of one of the actresses talking about how like she was just like your acting had to be on point because if I'm thinking of something. I'm thinking of something else. Ignore me.
And it's not
Ignore
even,
that
like,
story.
good
That's not
3D.
true.
It's like the green and red 3D.
Right, it's
it doesn't
not-
even look
But they're
awful.
there's so many 3D shots, and they're
Yeah.
all unnecessary.
It's not like they wrote the movie and they're like, be cool to make this 3D. They're like, let's write a movie that will be 3D.
right. It's like every like 2-3 minutes
it's-
there's like a 3D shot, and it's most of the time it's literally just like a stick waving in the
Yeah,
camera.
and if you don't know, then you're going to watch this movie and be like, that was fucking weird. Why did
Right.
that happen?
It's just like it's just
Anyway, Harold is shitting and drinking at the same time. And then he gets a cleaver to the chest, and he dies instantly from that.
oh yeah, fucking immediate.
His
Oh
wife-
wait, first we see him taking a full ass shit.
That's what I said.
For like 2 minutes. You didn't. Sorry.
I didn't specify the time. Bad.
I was looking at my notes, so I didn't process what you actually said. But yeah, no, you see him shit for so long.
His wife goes to check on him. She gets a screwdriver or some pointy metal thing.
Yeah, he fucking like punches through the door window and stabs
through the
her.
back of the neck. And then we see 3 friends arrive to meet their other friends because they're gonna go camp out.
Yeah.
They first meet Shelly before a trip to the
Oh
lake.
fuck.
A lot of people like Shelley and
Why?
think he's one of the best characters. Yeah,
What?
I don't feel that way. He's like one of the most beloved characters. He's a fucking.
He's an incel.
We'll get to him.
He
sucks.
He is
terrible.
You don't even need to get to the movie. He is he immediately signals himself as being an incel in this scene because like when he takes off his like weird serial killer mask, he's just like. I forget exactly what he says, but he was just like, would you go? He's like, would you go? Blah blah blah. If you looked like me, and he's like,
Yeah, he sucks.
Oh,
I don't
I'm
know
such a
why-
nice guy.
I don't understand why he's a fan favorite. He is awful.
Oh, because
There's
most people
a
who
way
like
better character in part 4 that we'll get to.
Oh yeah. God. Wait, who are you talking about?
Jimmy.
Wait, which one's Jimmy?
He does the dance.
Oh, Crispin Glover. Yeah, fucking Crispin
love
Glover is
that.
great.
All right. Anyway,
I didn't even take the time to like learn his character's name. I just have him in my notes as Crispin Glover.
So Shelley has like a serial killer mask, and he pretends to stab one of them.
Right, he's a fucking asshole.
And then he's like, "I'm sorry.
Why are you people like
oh."
me? All my friends are mad at me all the time. It's like, yeah, because you're an asshole.
And then Chris hints that she's been attacked. She doesn't say it full on yet.
Oh yeah, we don't.
She's been attacked by Jason at the lake. But again,
Right.
she doesn't fully reveal it. It's just a hint at it.
There's like little hints, like I think 2 or 3, and then the full reveal isn't until like what 40, 50 minutes in or something.
And I've spelled Chris's name differently like every single time that I wrote it in my notes because I didn't look up how they spell it for the script.
Yeah, fucking. I was gonna say though I'm gonna complain about it later, but the scene where there's so many problems with the scene where she like actually tells about like her attack and stuff. It's
we'll get to it.
oh my god.
They go to get their other friend who argues against her mom because she doesn't want her to go, and then she just goes anyway. They think the van is on fire, but then they discover it's their 2 stoner friends who were in there the whole time and didn't even get out, and they're very out of place.
They do not seem like they'd be friends with the other people.
No,
they're just sort of there.
But
They're my favorite characters in this one, I think.
Not the girl, but the guy. I think his name is Chuck. He's the best. He's the best.
Right.
It's sad when he
but
died.
it does not seem like...
No, they seem
his
out
death
of place.
is also kind of fun.
They're all passing around a joint when they're driving, and a cop is about to pull them over. They think. Chuck doesn't want to destroy the weed, of course, so then they all start eating it.
They're like shoveling them.
After driving like way too long while being chased by the police, she pulls over, and then they weren't even going to pull him over. Anyway.
No, they were
responding to someone. They're responding to the fucking
couple.
Harold and
Yeah,
lady.
they're responding to the couple at the store, and as they drive by, they're like, "What the fuck's going on over there?"
One of the women in the van, I don't remember her name, but I have it in my notes later. She reveals that she's pregnant. And
I totally forgot, missed that. I watched a video recapping it earlier today. I didn't pay much attention to it because I was working, but like I had it like playing. And it said that she was pregnant, and I was like, "What? She was fucking pregnant the whole movie?" Like I just totally missed that line.
It's weird because it's in there, but like there's no importance or relevance to the story that has to do with her being pregnant. It's just there.
You know what though? That I didn't think about this earlier.
That
makes
up the kill count.
That also makes her death so much more fucked and like dark and tragic.
Yeah, see,
I didn't even think about that.
We'll get to it when we go over best kill, but there were only going to be 12 kills, but with the baby, it's 13.
Are you really gonna count that?
Yes.
I agree with you, but that's fucked.
The pregnant one calls Chris kiddo, which that pisses me off.
Right,
when
they're
people
all
do
the
that,
same
'cause,
age.
Yeah, they're all the same age. Or like when someone calls me buddy, I'm like, listen, fuckhead.
I
hate that.
When I'm talking about some of the people I work with that are like they're my same age, but like when I'm telling my parents about them or something, I refer to them as the kids, and I feel like it just comes out. Like I don't mean to say it, but I just say it, and then I'm like, oh,
Maybe
that feels
practice
really
self-control.
condescending.
They almost run over some guy who's just sleeping in the middle of the road.
This is our replacement Crazy Ralph.
Yeah, because Ralph died.
I forget his name though.
He pulls out a not very real looking eyeball.
That is definitely not an eyeball. That's an alleged eyeball.
Yeah, the guy says that, quote, he wanted him to have it as a warning to people. And
you're all
there's this obvious 3D moment where he holds out the eyeball.
Right, and
they're like, oh, this guy's fucking weird, and they leave.
This is a direct quote from my sister, word for word, right after this scene in the movie. Quote, all of these 3D shots are ass.
Yeah, they are.
They're fucking
true.
terrible.
You can tell when they happen, and they're bad.
They're all bad, and it's constant.
They get to the cabin. They're staying.
Yeah, they're
there.
at the lake house.
Chris goes into the cabin. Everyone else goes to swim. Rick who is a guy in the cabin. He just pops out and scares her, and he looks like at least 10 years older than her.
Right, and then he tries to make her make out with him too.
He is so horny. He's the horniest character throughout the entire movie.
Oh my god. Well, there is the hammock people.
No, he's hornier. Like
You're gonna count him as hornier than hammock people?
Every scene with him, he's like, "All right, so you want to fuck now? Let's, come on."
Yeah.
And she's like, "I'm so traumatized from this place." And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Let's
I
fuck."
haven't been here in 2 years for some traumatic reason. Oh god. And then we get the Shelly jump scare.
Yeah, Shelly scares her. You can't tell if he accidentally scared her or if it was on purpose. Probably on purpose.
Probably on purpose. He's a fucking cunt.
shithead.
You probably have to censor that, huh? Don't you?
Nah, cunt. That's fine. Chris looks out the window. She sees a barn door close and no one there.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Shit.
They have this gorgeous ass huge 2-story house with the fucking spiral staircase, and it's fucking beautiful, and then like more than half the kills happen in this goddamn barn.
Yeah, that's fine.
So much of this movie is in this shit fucking barn.
Movie's not perfect.
Oh my god.
Pregnant lady is upset because reasonably she's upset because Chris is like, "All right, here's a hammock. You don't get a room with a bed. You two can sleep in this fucking hammock even though you're pregnant." So reasonably she's like, "Why? I don't want to fucking
sleep in a hammock."
God, yeah, for real. Anyway, we go. Rick wants to bang. I told you he's the horniest. He won't stop talking about it. And then the group hears a scream from in the house because they're outside. My notes here are a little... I didn't do like word for word what's happening, so they kind of jump around a little bit.
I'm just going to bring this up now because this is where it happens in my notes. But I do not remember what I was talking about when I wrote this. But it just says, lots of framing in part 2 and 3 don't make sense. People are surprised by things that they definitely should have seen in front of them. I think it's something to do with the Shelly jump scare because this is right after where I wrote down Shelly jump scare. But like I do not remember it at all.
Maybe you'll probably remember like at the end.
Maybe.
So they go in the house to investigate. Chris opens a standing closet to see Shelly fall out with an axe in his head.
Oh, Shelly.
He says it's just a joke, not a very funny joke.
First, everyone like comes in and is just like, "Oh my god!"
And then when they realize it's a joke, they're like, "You fucking piece of shit!"
Yeah, because he's.
I hope you die for real.
Why are they friends with him?
I don't know. And then Rick is like, he didn't know any better, as if he's like a fucking small idiot
right?
child.
Like he's a child. It's like you guys are fucking.
Yeah.
At best, you guys are teenagers, but I'm pretty like they're all at least played by like young adults, like people in their 20s.
Because there's nude, and they can't have teenagers nude.
Well, they almost did in 2.
Well, yeah. It was a very bad idea, that prank, if you want to call it that. He runs out with everyone's mad at him. He goes with, I don't know her name, but I know she spoke Spanish earlier in the film, so I wrote, he goes with Spanish-speaking woman.
Yeah, because her mom's,
Yeah, so...
Oh, and then she gets fucking, microaggression at the fucking store.
We'll get there. They're not at the store yet.
I'm sorry.
Deb, which is the pregnant woman. Deb or Debbie, whatever you want to call her. They call her Deb. And Shelly...
I took a lot better notes for part 4 and for Friday 2 than I did for this one because it's really just like the exact same formula as the first 2.
And in the
it's just people doing stuff and then they occasionally get
episode,
killed.
We'll see why.
Oh my god.
I wrote Deb and Shelly talk. It's not Shelly. Shelly just left. It's Deb and Chris. They talk, and Deb assures Chris that nothing bad will happen to them with them all there, which is wrong. It's incorrect.
Any other situation, you'd be right.
Vera, I think that's her name. The Spanish-speaking woman. I think it's Vera. I may be
Probably.
confusing it with the fourth one, but we'll see.
You can always look
But
it up. But that
her
sounds
and
like a lot of
Shelly
work.
are in this store. Shelly goes to toss her his wallet because they don't take food stamps.
Oh yeah, that's the microaggression I was talking about. She was gonna pay. I forget exactly what was the. She started reaching for something in her purse or something, and the lady at the fucking counter is like, "We don't take food stamps." Like, bitch, like you don't know what she's doing. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, but it lands on the floor and a strange.
But wait. It was a 3D shot.
Oh yeah.
Because
Oh, my God.
wallet into the
wallet.
camera. Oh.
I bet it's because when you're watching it in the theater and the wallet comes, you're like, oh, it's gonna hit me.
Oh god, I thought the wallet was gonna hit me in the face.
It falls on the floor, and then this weird leather gang.
You're the
comes
bikers.
in. They pick it up. The lady biker pulls a condom out of the wallet.
She was apparently actually a lot more she was more embarrassed filming it than the character, because Spanish girl Vera, she's supposed to be supposed to be embarrassed by it.
Yeah.
And apparently the actress for I think her name's Fox, is the biker girl.
Sounds familiar.
The actress was way more embarrassed about it than the opposite character was supposed to be.
And then when she gets the wallet back, finally, Vera just puts down an amount of money and leaves.
Just generic.
Yeah, she
generic
just puts
cash.
down some money and just walks out. I guess she
Keep
doesn't
the
want her
change.
change.
Which actually, not even her change. It'd be fucking Shelly's change.
Yeah. Which, you know what? He deserves to have
Fuck
his money
Shelley.
stolen. They're leaving. Shelly drives because Vera's apparently too angry. You can't really tell if it's an accident or on purpose. I think they imply it's an accident. He backs into
based
their
on
motorcycles.
based on his face, it's an accident.
Yeah, he backs into the motorcycles of the leather gang. He almost hits the bald one.
Okay,
And then
but
patiently waits. Like, they just sit there and
they
wait.
just
and they're like, what's
sit
he gonna
there
do?
as he walks
What's he gonna
up.
do? And then he smashes their windshield.
Right.
Yeah.
And now listen. I understand the anger at him backing into and fucking up all of their bikes. I would also be pissed. But his reaction is the weirdest thing I've ever seen, because he doesn't look angry or anything. He just kind of has
just
like a blank
stares at him.
face. He has like a blank face, very slowly walks up to the windshield, then does this creepy smile, and then when Shelly smiles back, that's when he he has like the chain wrapped around his hand and like punches out the fucking
It's
windshield.
weird.
Which
It's weird.
one, maybe these 80s cars are different, but like I'm pretty sure even with a chain on your hand, you're not punching out a fucking car windshield without destroying your hand.
Plus, you'd have to hit it more than once.
Like, you definitely get cut to shit, even with the chain.
Yeah,
if you didn't also break you'd break your fucking hand.
The whole inclusion of the leather gang just seems a little weird. I mean, they do use it wisely later to explain why the van runs out of gas.
That's the only
but
good part of it.
very strange.
Other than like the thing about the van not having gas, like it's entirely pointless.
And then
like they're just here to get killed.
Shelly doubles back, runs over the bikes, and then they leave.
Right.
And then we go back into the house, and he's one of the guys that's using a
Yo-yo
yo-yo
into
over
the
someone's
camera.
face because 3D. It's literally the only reason, because
see.
it's not even a scene. It's just like a quick, like, look at this yo-yo. All right, here's the real scene. There's no point.
Because of the difficulty of how the 3D shots are done, right? Because I from a practical standpoint of like what they could do at the time, I understand why none of the like actual like killing things where someone's like, right.
One of them is.
Which one? Is it the woman at the beginning? Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Other than that, though, right? Well, actually, no. I mean, like, because you see that coming at the camera, but when it cuts to her, like, it's already in her head. But I mean, like, you don't like none of the shots are like the actual like you're seeing the impact, right? And the impact is 3D
Yeah.
going into the camera. Now, I understand from a practical standpoint why that is, because that would be incredibly difficult, and it would like you're wasting a lot of prosthetics money. But also, all of the shots that they do choose to make 3D are so boring.
Yeah, and pointless.
Like,
But it's
oh my
just
God.
a bad gimmick.
It's such a drag.
Um,
Even the modern ones are like, because I remember 3D came back as a big thing when I was in like middle school, and it was
they're
always
not good
stupid,
either. That TV is supposed to be 3D. It's got glasses. It's just dumb.
pointless.
I wrote Shelly is too confident now after the biker
Oh, yeah.
interaction. Rick is angry. He's too angry because the car.
The car is Rick's car. So not only
Rick's he's angry. He's too angry to want to stay, but he's so horny that he stays anyway.
right, yeah. We see Jason watching from the barn for no reason.
Yeah, all
It's
those
just
early
here.
shots of Jason just look awkward.
Right.
Deb and Guy haven't written his name because he's a very unimportant character. Mm-hmm. They go down to swim, and then we see the biker guys come back.
No. Rick and Chris do leave just before this.
Yeah, but they don't like leave. They just go like on a walk.
No, wait, when is it that they take the car? Because at some point is when they took the car to go.
You might be right.
I thought
I
this
have
was.
to watch these movies really late after everyone's in
Right.
bed, so my notes are not always very concise because I'm
Well,
very
you see-
sleepy.
Oh, I feel like we both have like different stuff because like all of this I totally did not write down at all. But I was like, didn't they leave? I was like, they leave.
They
I'm
leave.
pretty
I
sure.
don't know
I'm
if
pretty
they
sure
take the car, but they leave. But they're not like leaving the house entirely. They're just going.
they're
off.
like off.
Yeah.
And then they're off for the next half hour. They're just gone from the movie. The main character is just gone from the. I'm just now processing this, and it's
okay.
pissing me off.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll get into
The
why
main
this movie's
character
bad.
is gone from the movie for like 20-30 minutes.
The biker gang comes and siphons gas out of the van, and I thought at first that's like all they were doing. That's not their whole plan.
No, they're gonna burn down the fucking.
The woman
barn.
who started the problems with them is now like,
Oh, she's
should
the
we
hesitant
really
one.
do this?
Yeah,
like
she's
she's
the
the
one.
reason for it all.
Right. And then she just goes into the barn while they're still siphoning gas and just starts fucking with shit.
Yeah, she just starts caressing stuff. And
She's
it's
like
weird.
moving tools on the walls. Like, what are you?
But before
what are you
that,
doing?
Before that, the bald guy has to stop the white guy because he's just fucking smoking a cigarette right
Oh
next
right,
to
he
the
almost
gasoline.
fucking blows them up.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
She sees Jason in the barn in a very non-intimidating shot.
Mm-hmm.
Quote from me. Again, I wrote her exploration of this barn is very unusual.
Well, she doesn't see Jason yet.
Yeah, my
It's Jason. The audience sees
you see
Jason.
yeah, my
yeah.
bad.
The audience sees Jason, and that's when she like
She
falls
trips
in-
and falls almost
into the pitchfork.
into a pitchfork. She gets up to leave, but then she sees a ladder, and she's like, "Oh shit, a ladder!"
Oh, there's a second floor of shit I haven't fucked
And
with.
then in another 3D shot, some hay drops down on her face, which that might be the only actual one, like the yo-yo one. You don't have to have that. That's
No, that's
there because they're
pointless.
like, it's 3D.
Wait.
This one at least makes sense.
Wait, say that again. I did not process what you said. I heard 3D shot and that did not.
She looks
process.
up the ladder and then some hay drops down on her face to signify that something's up there. So she
That's
goes,
a 3D shot.
I think so. I could be wrong, but I would think.
I still think that'd be pointless.
But it makes more sense than just the yo-yo because there's no
right, it
real
is better
reason
than
for
just the
that.
fucking
Yeah.
yo-yo.
She
Why is
goes
he
up to
yo-yoing?
investigate, and then this is where we find out that they're not just siphoning a gas.
Yeah,
the
they're gonna
gas.
burn
They
it
plan
down.
to burn down the barn.
Yeah, because she goes onto the pulley that's used for lifting the hay bales up to the second
she's
floor.
swinging
like,
because she wants to be caught. She's like, "Whoa, this is
yeah, she's
fun!
fucking screaming. How do none of the people notice
Yeah,
her?
I don't know. They're too busy being horny. The white guy's like, "You better stop, or the baldy's gonna kick your ass."
Right.
And she goes back inside. Well, she disappears.
I'm sorry, are you saying Baldy because you don't want to say he's the black one?
Yes. She
This man is
disappears.
African American, by the way.
The-
His skin is very brown, and Caleb's too much of a pussy to just say it.
All right, so she disappears, and the white guy goes in to investigate. He sees her pinned to a beam through the neck with a pitchfork, which is
I
pretty
will
sick.
say this 3D shot because it's a 3D shot. They do it twice for some reason, right? Because when they initially show the body and it's a 3D shot of like the what's in her face?
A pitchfork. It's
the
in her
pitchfork.
neck.
The
It's through her
pitchfork's
neck.
in her neck, right? It does like a 3D shot where like the end of it's like 3D into the camera, and then it pans down and like you see her feet. And then for whatever reason, I think it's after the white guy gets killed, they do it again, but it's like so they do a 3D shot with his, and then I think they do a 3D shot of her again, and it's just like this
Yeah,
seems
they're all about
padding.
pitchforks. But he gets stabbed as he turns around.
Yep.
Baldy goes into the barn, and then the white guy's body just falls on top of him. That's when he sees.
It's because Jason pushes him off.
That's when he sees.
As part of his cleanup.
Fox is her name.
Mm-hmm.
Jason jumps down from the top floor. Baldy fights him, but Jason beats him to death. Or does he?
Or does he? I mean, I assumed he was dead.
I also did, yeah.
I assumed he was dead.
But we'll find out later whether or not that's true.
Spoiler, he's not for some reason.
Spoiler for this 1980s movie.
He's just knocked out and then is
For a
asleep
long
for
time.
hours.
Yeah.
It's broad daylight when this happens. He doesn't come back until like the end of the movie, and it's like
Definitely has
middle of
brain
the
damage,
night.
brain
It's
damage.
definitely middle of the night by then. You've been sleeping for like 8-9 hours.
Extreme
What?
brain damage. Jason watches the barn as Deb and her boyfriend return from the swimming in a cool little shot, is what I wrote. I don't even remember what the shot looks like, but that's what I wrote.
It's just fun.
Andy and Shelley are having a juggling contest and making the women watch, and they get tired of it because who the fuck wants to watch a juggling contest between two adults? So one of them gets Andy. I wrote one of them because I'm really bad with names.
That's
in
the people
movies.
that half the time they don't even say them, and then when they
Yeah.
do, I usually miss it.
So she gets Andy to go have sex, and he of course is like, "All right, Shelley, you win."
Oh, let's
See you
go
later."
fuck. Yeah, they go up to fucking the.
Shelley
thing.
keeps juggling. Then he asks out
Vera.
asks out Vera, and she lets him down gently. And then he calls her a bitch
Because
after she
he's a
leaves the
fucking
room.
incel.
Yeah,
he's an incel.
he sucks. I don't know why people
There's a
like him.
fly in here for some reason. Yeah, no, he's the worst character.
Yeah,
He's well.
yeah.
So far, I think.
He's
yeah,
terrible.
He's the worst.
In this movie, he's the worst.
He fucking. Oh my god.
We go back to Chris and Rick, and she tells him about.
Oh yeah,
that she got
they're
attacked.
just. Sorry.
You're good.
They're just somewhere.
Yeah, they're
Like
just
they're
hanging
just
out.
generic. Like I forget what it is, but there's like something just like on the right side of the screen that there. I forget if it's like a random like storm drain or something in the middle of the fucking woods. Like there's just like some like I forget. I can't remember what it is because I haven't. It's been like a week since I watched this,
Yeah.
but it's just like there and they're just sitting by it. Where the fuck are they?
They're just out.
Did they just drove out to just somewhere? And then again, keep in mind when they left. Is it still recording? Keep it. Goddamn fly. When they left, it was still broad daylight. They also don't come back until like the end of the movie, right? When it's like late at night. So they're just sitting there talking again, like 6, 7, 8 hours. Like what?
Yeah, they probably banged a little bit. I mean, Rick really wanted to, so.
He's just like, wait. Before we go, let's just have like just a little, just in this random storm drain. No one will see us. We're in the middle of the woods.
Yeah. So she tells about how she got in a fight with her parents and she ran away to punish them. And then she got attacked by an unmasked Jason, which she didn't know was Jason, but that's who it was.
And then also for some reason, because like it says that she just at one point she gets knocked down and then she just kind of blacks out, and they were trying to leave it ambiguous about whether or not he does something that SA.
Yeah. They wanted to include that, I think, originally, but they didn't, and the actress
Well,
has
they make it-
confirmed that she didn't.
Well, that's what she says. She's not the writer or the director.
I don't really
like,
think that Jason is interested in that.
I
kind of
don't think
stuff
so
anyway,
either.
so
But that is what they were trying to make it like ambiguous whether like let's just like, oh, did he? And it's just
I'm
like
gonna choose
why?
to believe that he didn't, because there's just no reason for it.
Right. No,
It's
I
just
also
would be bad.
No, I agree with you. I also choose to believe that. But like why would you do that? Like, what?
It's silly.
It's so pointless.
I actually believe that she escaped too. Like, I believe that she could escape Jason, because in the first movies that he's in, he's real clumsy and goofy. Like, he's not a fucking deadite yet. So,
Yeah, that's not until after.
And he is a deadite. That's what I believe.
That's not until after 5, I think.
I don't even
I think
know,
5
but-
is where. I think 5 is where. Well, technically, he's supposed to be dead at the end of like 3 of these.
Yeah.
But I think 5 is the one where he like dies, and then I think it's 6 where it's some random guy that's the killer pretending
We'll
to be
get to-
Jason,
we'll get to
and
it.
then
We'll get
and
to
then
it
I think
when we
it's
get to it.
I think 7 is Jason
Yeah,
Lives.
we'll get to it when we get to it. Or I thought that her retelling the story was actually pretty good acting for these movies
Yeah.
that are not known for their acting.
What the fuck?
And then what happens next?
Sorry.
Because I feel like I skipped around in my
so
notes.
they talk
but...
about. Sorry, they tell that story, and then they're
Oh,
gonna.
they go
They're,
to leave,
the car.
yeah,
the
their
car's
car
dead.
doesn't start in the classic horror trope.
Oh, the car's
It's
dead.
just
and so
it's
they
not
just have
when
to
they're
walk.
running away though, so it's not as cliche.
Right. That's when we go to Stoner. What
Chuck.
Chuck. Yeah.
He goes out to shit in the outhouse and smoke. He
starts,
doesn't.
like-
He doesn't wipe. I feel like that's important to include. He just leaves.
I don't think the guy from the beginning wiped either when he was doing his.
Yeah, it's
Why
weird.
are there two scenes of people taking a shit in this movie?
That's amazing.
I just processed that. Like, why is there two scenes?
You gotta include the people shitting. It's the realism.
Listen,
the realism.
when I'm watching these movies for the podcast, I'm like watching and I'm taking notes, right? And then I shut my brain off and I don't think about it because I'm planning on talking about these things for this, right? So I want those thoughts to be like fluid and just kind of natural, I guess, right? For when we're filming. So like I said, it's been like a week or like a little more than a week since I watched this, and like I literally just now I processed. I was like, wait, there's two shitting scenes.
I feel like it's necessary. I'd prefer those over the unnecessary sex scenes.
Yeah, unnecessary. All movies from now, not just horror. All movies from now on, every unnecessary sex scene will be replaced by a random character taking a shit.
Let's do our own edit of Friday the 13th and replace every sex scene with shitting.
Every new Marvel movie, rather than whatever stupid thing they add in, it's just gonna be one of the main characters taking a shit.
The Hulk. So Chuck sees Jason go into the barn, but he thinks it's Shelly, so he just kind of ignores it. His girlfriend scares him, and then they both go into the barn. The stoner woman, I don't remember her name.
Sorry, you can cut this out if you want to. But do you think the Hulk takes? Do you think he takes human-sized shits, or does he take like Hulk-sized shits? And if he does take Hulk-sized shits, what if the Hulk has to take a shit, but then he transforms back into Banner? Does Banner now just have his fucking intestines explode? He changes back and he's like, oh fuck.
Anyway, the stoner woman wants to scare Shelly with an axe, but he is not there.
You can keep talking. It's good.
She is the worst character other than Shelly.
Who is? Oh, Stoner Girl.
And also, this is where I noted, if she wasn't in the movie, it wouldn't affect anything. She doesn't have to be there.
Most of these characters.
Yeah, it's... The characters are unimportant.
Hold on. That's not what I said hold on for, but that was good timing.
Okay.
I think most of these characters are
they're
kind of
pretty
pointless.
unimportant.
Like, at least the bikers.
Even Jason, even, like, in this one especially, like, there's no real, like, Jason lore. It's just generic slasher.
It's just generic slasher, and he just happens to be
and
Jason.
it could be argued that Jason is not a good character overall.
You know what I just thought of? Like, what just occurred to me?
What?
This is the first movie where they don't say his name. He's the killer in this movie.
But his name was Jason.
And I know, but at no point, like in the
Yeah, it's not great. It's
like,
not a great movie.
At no point does a single character say his name.
Yeah.
So it really is. It's just a generic slasher. It's only the audience that knows it's Jason.
Yeah. So then we go to Vera. She's sitting on the dock, and I have some problems with this scene.
What are your problems?
For some reason, Shelly thinks it's a good idea to swim up under her and grab her leg to scare her.
Also, why does he have a wetsuit and why? What?
That's part of the problem. But also, how the fuck did he get in the water, swim underneath her, and she didn't notice? She didn't hear him fucking get in the...
Right, he would have had to go, because it is a big lake. Because so far we've got Camp Crystal Lake, the camp beside it, these houses, there's going to be the houses in the fourth one, there's different houses in the one where it's the psychic girl. Like, it's a big lake. But, he would have had to go way out of the way and then swim super and he's not wearing, like...
No.
He's not wearing anything. Like, he's just got the hockey mask.
The only feasible explanation I can think of is He swam under the dock before she was going out there and just waited there quietly.
But
There's
also,
no way
but
he
that
just
also doesn't
snuck
make,
in the water.
But that also doesn't make sense because she started going to the dock whenever, like, after she turned him down. That's when she went to the
outside
dock
first, and then he called her a bitch. But yeah, he wouldn't have had time.
No,
it's
like
just,
she left before he did.
It's just a plot hole.
It just doesn't make sense. But he's wearing the hockey mask, and he's
Yeah,
got a
and,
spear
like-
gun for some reason.
Yeah, and the Shelley character formula is do something just mean or annoying or shitty, and then
Complain
fucking,
when people think he's.
why doesn't anyone like me? Fuck.
He literally. This is my note for this scene. Girl tells Shelly she'd like him if he wasn't a fucking asshole, and he continues to be a fucking asshole. Like, he's such a piece of shit.
He takes it out on her that he was being a piece of shit.
And then he goes to the barn.
Yeah.
And then we don't see him.
Well, it's because he thinks that two of his friends are having sex in there, so he's like, oh, I gotta go watch that.
For some reason.
Yeah. Vera still has Shelley's wallet for some reason. She drops it in the lake. We get a slow motion close up for some reason.
Right.
The classic bad slow motion. She drops it in the water. She has to go fish it out.
I just read your next note, and that's the funniest shit I've ever heard. Well, not your immediate next note, but one of the next ones.
We see Jason in Shelley's hockey mask, so we can assume that he's killed Shelley, and we'll see Shelley's body later.
Which, there's also a problem with that, but
Yeah.
we'll talk about it when we get to
And
it.
Jason can relate to Shelley because he also feels shame about his ugly ass face and feels the need to hide it.
It's the best fucking note I've ever seen.
Jason kills Vera and
Right.
she gets harpooned through the eye. And I wrote
right.
So we have two new segments that we're adding into the podcast.
Awesome.
I noted one. We're gonna have best kill and then immediate thoughts, like what we thought right after watching the movie.
Right.
I think this is a strong contender for best kill.
This is definitely the best kill.
Fucking wait, don't spoil it. You
Okay,
dickhead.
sorry. This is probably the best kill. But anyways, it also takes her way too goddamn long to realize that's not Shelley. Other than the hockey mask, it doesn't look like Shelley. It's a different height. He's wearing different clothes. He has a different build.
And
It's just like
it
it's
also
just the
bothers me,
hockey mask.
Like, Jason is only intimidating in this movie if he's just standing still. Because anytime he walks, look at that goofy idiot. What a fucking loser.
I will say, after the spear gun to the fucking face, he does like this sick ass, like he just like tosses, like it's so nonchalant. He just fucking fucking throws it away from him,
Yeah.
and just like turns around and just fucking strolls away, like
He's like, "Boo," and he
right.
leaves.
Just does not give a shit. It's like a dude going outside to like shoot like a rabbit in his yard because it's like eating his things, and he's just like, oh, bam, I'm done, and then goes back in.
And then we go to a sex scene, and if you really feel like you need to have a sex
Oh,
scene
yeah.
in a movie, this is probably how it should be, because it's not really graphic and it's really short. So that's
Right.
if you feel it's necessary, which it's not. Keep it like that.
Also, we already talked about it and we've moved on now, but I just feel the need to note that the spear gun to the face is the only good 3D shot in the movie. The only good one.
And honestly, up to this movie so far, you don't really get the reputation Friday the 13th has for just having the tons of sex and boobs and stuff. Like, it does get worse, but up to this movie, it's like, it's not really that bad.
Honestly, I would argue... I would argue almost none of the Friday movies really live up to the reputation that it has in terms of like sex and
Yeah.
violence. They get a little
also
closer. They get a
don't-
little closer with the violence,
Yeah.
but like it's mostly almost every single one is mostly toned down by the MPAA.
They also don't really live up to the standard of being good. So, Deb
Not
is-
that this isn't an iconic series, but
Next-
just objectively speaking, like
Not
they're not very good movies.
So next we go to Deb. She's showering after the coitus. I shouldn't have used that word. Andy handstand walks to the shower and he asks her if she wants a beer. And she says yes, even though she's pregnant. What a bitch.
I forgot. Oh, that's so much worse.
Andy won't stop handstand walking.
He's just
He's like, He's like as horny as Rick
Why
is,
is he
but
doing
only
this?
for handstand
Do you think
walking.
do you think his dick is like hard this whole time? So like as he's doing this handstand walk, it's just like bouncing, just up and down.
And then we see why he was handstand walking. It's so Jason could fucking chop his
Oh yeah, just
crotch.
fucking in half, man.
You don't really see much. You kind of just see slight impact in blood.
Right, you don't see anything.
Like,
You
I
don't
even
actually
know what
get
he hit him with.
you don't get
because
like
you can't
the
see it.
you don't get the full like reveal of like what happened to him until
He just gets chopped in the dick.
right until she sees his body like all crumpled up
Yeah.
in the thing later.
And then we go back to Deb, and she's been washing her arms for this entire time. She didn't wash
Right.
anything else in the shower, just her arms.
Apparently,
Then she goes back
her
to
arms
her.
are. Do you think she was fucking just fist deep in his ass? just all the way up to the shoulder, just like all in there.
Probably, yeah. It's good for the baby. Deb
She's gotta switch arms because the first one gets tired.
gets covered in poop.
She's like, oh god, it's so brown.
So Deb is in the hammock. She's looking at a magazine and some blood.
Oh, she's
drips
reading a
on it.
Fangoria, which is fun actually.
She looks up and she sees the dead Andy, and Jason grabs her
fully
head,
split.
stabs a knife through her chest.
Yeah.
Reminiscent, almost a tribute to the first movie.
With Kevin Bacon.
And just like the first movie, this scene could have been a little longer.
Also, how is Jason underneath
Yeah,
a fucking hammock?
Don't worry
At least
about it.
at least the
worry
bunk
about
makes
it.
sense. It's a hammock.
This
I just now thought about
this
that.
movie-
Why he's
this
under
movie-
a hammock?
This movie is like wrestling. You got to suspend your disbelief to enjoy it.
That's a lot of disbelief to suspend.
Like in this movie specifically, never mind. I'll get to it.
And then we
go
get
back to
this
Stoner. He's the best character.
fucking 3D shot of the fucking popcorn popping on the pan for some reason.
He goes to check the fuse box.
Why?
And every second he's on the screen, the movie gets better. He's
Yeah.
best character.
Also, the floor of wherever the fuck this fuse box is this like in a shed or is it in the basement of like the main? Like where
Who
is
knows?
this?
Who knows?
But yeah, the floor is like soaked. Like it's so much water
So
down
danger,
there.
yeah. Shelly comes in the door on Chuck's girlfriend, dead.
Oh, this is
She
the issue.
thinks-
He's not actually dead when he stumbles in the
Yeah,
door.
but she
he is alive
thinks-
with his throat slit.
Yeah, she thinks he's faking it.
But hold on. His throat is slit. We have not seen him for probably 15 minutes at this point,
Yeah.
right? So he went into the barn, got killed. Jason took his mask, then took the whole time to kill Vera, go up into the house and kill the pregnant girl and handstand guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's just now stumbling to from the barn to the with his fucking and this is not like a small like cut, like his throat
Hey,
is
hey.
slit like ear to ear.
Suspend your disbelief.
No, this doesn't make sense.
Jason kills Stoner guy real quick, shoving him into the fuse box. And then
Oh, that is a fun kill where
then-
he's like fucking yeah.
Then the girl realizes that Shelly's actually dead after way
Oh,
too
it takes
fucking
way
long.
too long to realize. I mean, I don't blame her for not noticing at first because, also, we have no evidence of why he was able to make that initial death prank
Yeah, the axe.
realistic enough that everyone believed it.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't make sense.
It's
but okay.
whatever. She's not really in that much of a rush, despite finding
Oh my
him
god,
murdered.
this is the fucking
She's very
great part.
casually, just like trying. To, better get out of here.
Right. Wait, this says. Hold on.
And then Jason stabs her with a hot poker.
Yeah, this is where she's running. Sorry.
I wrote that it's kind of underwhelming. The hot
Yeah,
poker
the hot
kill.
poker is underwhelming.
You think
but
it
no,
would be cooler?
I was gonna say this is like almost an infamous scene where she's like running through the house going I say running. Running is a massive overstatement.
Yeah.
She's like
She's not even power walking.
she's shuffling. She's shuffling through the house going, Shelly's dead! He's dead! Shelly's dead! For like a minute and a half. Like,
It's yeah, their timing is not the best
Shelly's
in scenes.
dead! And then finally fire poker.
Yeah. And then we go back to Horny Guy and Chris. They go into the cabin. They find all the popcorn burned.
Wait, sorry. Why did she go all the way upstairs and then all the way back down? Like, she's not even, like, checking any of the rooms or anything. Like, she walks in, front door, goes up spiral staircase, walks down hallway turns around and walks back.
She was just
walks
listening.
back down spiral staircase.
She was just listening. There's a similar problem in the next one. We'll get to it.
What the fuck?
Chris goes out to look, and just behind the door,
Oh, yeah, they're
Jason is choking
just
out
now
Rick
getting to the house.
and pops his eyes out.
How
because-
far away did they drive? Sorry.
I don't know.
How far? I'm like, oh, every time you start to talk, I'm like double checking where I'm at in my notes, so I end up like a couple of seconds behind.
Yeah, you're good.
How far away did they drive that it took them that long to get back?
Probably pretty
What?
far.
Anyways.
Yeah, he kills Rick, pops his eyes back,
Yeah.
pops his eye out because 3D.
Oh, you're sorry. You're skipping a lot of stuff.
I'm not. I didn't skip
They
anything.
get back to the house, right?
I already said all this.
Car died, so they get back when everyone. Oh, that's what I was saying.
We already went through this.
No, sorry. I was reading my note. This has to do with production thing, not a story thing. Literally the only reason for them to leave and for the car to die, from a script writing standpoint, is just so that everyone's dead when they get back.
Yeah.
There's no other reason for it. It's like the fucking it's like porn stash leaving for lunch in the first one. He's literally
6-hour lunch.
he's literally just gone.
Yeah.
Just so he can be like a red herring and then like get killed. Like there's no other reason. It's like they fucking forgot about him in the first movie.
Yeah.
Anyways.
After Rick dies and Chris is back inside,
Yeah.
she goes upstairs to look for everyone. The bathtub is overflowing.
Right.
The water is red and full of blood-soaked clothes. She rushes outside and sees Rick, and then...
Well, she goes outside. She walks towards the barn, and that's when she sees one of the white biker guy fall from the tree.
Oh, yeah. I said she rushes out and sees Rick. She rushes out looking for Rick, not
Right.
finds him.
Right.
The biker's body comes out of the tree.
So she runs
goes
back inside.
It's windy as shit. I put that. The windows keep blowing open, so she has to barricade the door. And then Rick's body flies through the glass because Jason fucking hates windows.
They really like doing. It's almost like a darkly comedic thing that they do in a lot of these. Where she goes. I think they did a similar thing in Nightmare 2. I think we'll see when we record that. But like, and because I have to look back at my notes. But she's like, Rick, help me, and then that's when it fucking flies through the fucking window.
I think it's pretty funny. Jason comes in the house to get her. She knocks not the bookshelf, but the books on the bookshelf onto Jason. The bookshelf does not touch him, but all the books fall out and hit him.
I don't remember that.
As Chris is hiding, she finds Deb's body. She pulls the knife out of Deb's body.
She hides in
Jason's
the closet,
hand.
right.
And she chases after Jason. Fucking strong move there. She stabs his leg. He makes a slight noise that you don't hear often. He pulls the knife out and just throws it at her. Like it's just like,
Yeah, he
whatever.
fucking throws it at her face, and then
She tries to jump out the window, but Jason catches her. Her jacket rips though, so she's able to escape. At this point, you can tell Jason is still definitely human, or at least human-like.
I think this is our first defenestration of the series, if I remember correctly.
What?
Defenestration.
Yeah, stop using big words.
It's where you throw someone out a fucking window.
Oh yeah, he really hates windows.
Poor guy isn't educated. Sorry, that was me.
Jason makes some noises throughout
Yeah,
this. She pushes him through a fence. My note. I need to take better notes.
Yeah.
She has the keys for the van. I don't know why.
She runs.
Like I don't know when did she get the keys? Was she driving originally?
No.
So
Not that I
why
remember.
does she
Why
have the
did she
keys?
have the keys?
That's what I'm
We
asking.
didn't see her pick them up.
That's what I'm saying.
Anyways,
she gets in the van.
It
and
doesn't
has the
matter
keys.
because it's out of gas anyways.
Suspend your disbelief. She
Right.
drives away for a little bit. Jason's on the road
Right.
in a really cool shot. He's just in front of the car.
Yeah.
She tries to run him over, but he dives away. Very un-Jason-like.
Then she runs out of gas on the bridge,
Yeah.
and that's when he's running up.
And the bridge isn't strong enough to hold up the
Right.
van, so the wheel goes through and it's now stuck. Not that it was going anywhere anyway.
Right,
'cause it's
he
out of
fucking
gas.
like punches through the window and like grabs her neck too.
And then we go back to the barn again.
It's just all in the barn.
Chris is hiding in there. She jumps down on Jason and then arms herself with a shovel.
I'm sure if you actually went through minute by minute, they're probably not in the barn all that much,
It
Like
feels
if
they
you
are.
put it like in like it'll probably be like 15 minutes of screen time or something, and it's
Yeah.
like an hour and a half movie, but it feels like you're in the barn constantly.
Yeah.
Because like even when you're not like actually in it, they're constantly showing it, or they're constantly showing someone coming in or going out of it. It's just like, just leave the fucking barn alone. Fuck.
She knocks him out by hitting him on the back, like not lightly.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's,
With the
he's
shovel.
definitely much weaker in these early films.
Yeah.
She ties the rope.
Granted,
around,
he's not a zombie yet.
yeah.
He
Well,
really gets juiced up with that lightning bolt to the grave.
she ties the pulley around his neck and hangs him.
Mm-hmm.
We see in real time her exiting the barn because it takes her a minute.
It takes her
and
so long.
She opens the door and he's just there hanging casually. He's just waiting for her because as soon as she opens the barn door, he just like pulls up the rope and takes it off his head.
Right,
He
yeah.
nudges up his mask and you see his fucking Goonies ass face, and she's like, "It's him."
The guy.
Yeah.
And then black biker guy is inexplicably still alive.
He was not dead.
He's
tries
been
to
knocked
help,
out.
dies immediately. And Jason really lays into him. He's like, "Fucking son of a bitch."
Yeah, he
Should've
hacks him
died
to-
the first time.
He hacks him to death, which gives Chris a chance to pick up the axe and then just slam it into Jason's
Yeah,
face.
and then he goes
Yeah, it's the
like a zombie.
like zombie 3D stumble towards the camera for
Chases it for
so
yeah,
long.
I put for a second, but it is a while. And he presumably dies.
And then and that's when we rip off the ending of the original because she just
She gets into a canoe at the
for
same
no reason.
same spot Vera died, but Vera's body's not there.
Again,
So I
no
guess
reason.
Jason was just messing with her body.
Just floats out into
She
the
falls
lake.
asleep in a canoe, and then no police this time. She just wakes up screaming. She sees Jason in the barn window just looking like a silly goose.
Yeah.
He looks so silly. He starts running at her, and then he disappears. And Pamela's
We get
corpse
dead Pamela corpse.
comes out of the body and pulls her into the water. And the
That's
corpse is
so-
actually really good. The corpse looks fucking haunting.
I don't like it that much.
I think
honestly.
it looked awesome.
I agree to disagree because I think it looks like shit.
I thought it looked awesome. We get to the police arriving at the scene.
no matter whether or not it looks good, it's entirely pointless for them to do this because it's literally just flipping.
It's just another thing
It's
from
just
the first
flipping
movie,
the end of
yeah.
the first one for no reason.
The police arrive, and of course, they tell her the lady in the lake she was talking about is not actually there.
Not real, and then she
starts
freaking.
freaking out, and she starts crazy, maniacally laughing.
Yeah, she starts freaking out in the back of the cop car.
We get one last shot of a presumably dead Jason, and then the credits roll with the strange, funky music again.
Right. You know what also just occurred to me? So this is the first Friday the 13th movie to actually be released on a Friday the 13th, but technically it takes place on Saturday the 14th because the second one takes place on Friday the 13th.
The timelines is
and
all
so this is the
timelines
next
are
day.
all messed up because there's I watched a video where a guy was breaking down all the timelines and stuff, and every Friday the 13th in the movies based on a real calendar of the real days was actually Friday the 15th. So like the days there was no Friday the 13th in the month and year of like the first one or something.
Why are we trying to match it? Why are we trying to match it to a real calendar? But
Anyway, that's the end of the movie.
yeah, it's fucking insane that right, cause so the first one happens, and then the second one's 5 years after that, and then the next two movies are the same fucking weekend.
Yeah, it's
Right.
whatever.
Like the 2 is Friday, this one's a Saturday, and then 4 is gonna end up being like I forget how many days it takes place over, but it's like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday,
I don't really
something
pay
like
much
that.
attention to all that. It's just whatever.
Our thoughts.
For now, I think that they get better as they go. Although I didn't really like Chris that much, honestly. I don't think she was that good of a final girl.
Fine.
She's not bad. She's just
Jenny's
kinda
definitely
there.
the best one so far. From 2.
None of the characters matter at all. Even Jason, he doesn't matter. There's no there's no progression of his story. This could be a standalone film. It doesn't really matter.
Like we talked about earlier, only the audience knows that this is anything related to Jason or anything, right? Like it's only a Friday the 13th in a meta sense, right? Like other than the recap at the beginning, right? It's none of the people in the actual story have any idea what's going on, right? Or know anything about
Yeah.
anything. So it's
And
just sort of
It sounds
pointless.
really snobby to say, but there's no reason to care about any of the characters.
no.
Like, I feel like I'm a snob saying that, but like, you don't learn anything about any of them really. Even Chris, you learn she got attacked. That's about it. You don't
That's
know.
the only personal
Like,
information
there's
we have about her.
nothing. There's nothing there.
I mean,
And-
that's kind of the same thing with at least the first one. You don't really know anything about any
Yeah.
of them. The second one, you probably. Honestly, I don't really care about anybody in the second one either.
They're really not that good movies.
No, I
The,
mean, I
the
only-
aura around them is better than the movies themselves.
right, yeah.
And it's like the Family Guy of slashers. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's not a great movie, and it's not got a really good cohesive story. But sometimes you just want to watch a slasher movie.
Right.
That's how Family Guy is.
I would say, all right, because I think we mentioned this in at least one of the other ones, is I think these are really good for Halloween parties where you're just have it on in the background and you're not really paying attention except for when like a kill happens, then you like look at the screen.
Yeah. Thankfully, we're done with Friday the 13th for a few episodes. Well, after the next episode, we're
Right.
done for a few episodes. So
Hold on.
that'll be nice. Yeah, the next like 5 movies, 4
Let me
or 5.
let me
are
pull up the
Nightmare on Elm
schedule.
Street. And
to be fair, as we go through those ones, it's progressively less quality on those as well.
I still like it better.
No, that's totally fair so far, at least. Yeah, so we've got Friday the Final Chapter is next. Then we do Nightmares 2, 3, 4, and 5
Yeah,
before we finally get
pumped
to
about that.
before we get to Friday 5.
All right, now we go to Best Kill.
Best kill.
There are 12 total kills in this movie, which is a shame because it's Friday the 13th. But remember, Deb was pregnant, so
So that means
technically
there's 13
13 kills.
Fuck.
The only one I even considered for best kill was Vera getting the spear gun through the eye. The lead up was fine, but the effect itself.
Oh
was
my god,
really
it's
cool.
fucking insane.
Best kill by far for me.
Also, speaking of, I saw a thing saying that when she like turns and falls into the water, they have to cut away from it really quickly because like the second the water touches it, it starts to dissolve. It started dissolving off really fast, so they had to like obviously not let you see that.
Yeah. What is your best kill?
Obviously her.
Yeah,
The
that's
spear, a
No
spear gun
contest.
to the face.
No contest.
Holy shit.
All right. Now we get to public opinion.
I'm not excited.
Almost done with the first episode.
You know what though? I'm gonna be much more upset about whatever people have bad reviews for 4. Like 3, I mostly agree. It's a boring movie, but like if anybody shits on 4, I'm gonna be pissed. Like not that 4 is perfect.
I'm gonna do some shitting on it.
I'm also gonna do some. There are lots of problems with 4,
Alright.
but of the first 4 Friday the 13th movies, Final Chapter is easily the best.
Now, Friday the 13th Part 3 has a 5.6 on IMDb with 64,975 reviews.
I wish I remembered what the first 3 were. Or first 2.
On Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 42% on the popcorn meter with 50,000 plus ratings compared to the 11% critics score. I kind of side with the critics on this one.
11% versus 42. You see, the reason it's got 31 extra percent on the audience is because of Halloween parties. That's the only reason. It's Halloween parties. I stand by this.
People have to leave reviews. All right. Now, as always, we will take a look at some 1-star reviews.
Why did we just decide to do this?
Because,
I mean, I think it's fun, but like,
again, Oh no!
Oh my god, it's so long.
That's too. I'm not reading that shit.
Part dull. Anything that says spoil. Oh, well,
Yeah.
it's not
Okay.
bad.
Friday the 13th, part dull. There are not too many good things to say about this movie. I had gone to the theater and saw it upon its release in 3D.
Oh, you're old as fuck.
Yeah. And for the life of me, I could not find one scary thing about it. The 3D effects abound in the movie. Okay, his grammar is
The
wrong.
3D
I'm
effects
confused.
abound in the movie and were not that good to begin with.
Okay.
Which, they're never good.
No.
I've never seen a 3D movie where I thought the 3D effects were like... I mean, like, they're passable, but they're pointless. You know, like, there's no reason for them.
In this next sentence, he's definitely showing his age. The worst part of the movie was the character Chris and her, quote, issues she was dealing with. Parentheses, drama, exclamation point.
What?
So getting fucking violently attacked by a stranger in the woods is just drama?
That's also her, like, only... That's her only thing. Like,
yeah, but also,
what?
like, that's a serious thing.
It sounds like
she's
you-
just dramatic.
it sounds like you just don't like that character and you're
Yeah,
just
it's-
finding something random to like.
Yeah. Plus, there was quite a bit of ripped off scenes from the first movie. I also found it
Wait,
amazing.
he had... Okay, this is not shocking, but he really has no issue with Shelley at all?
Well, he's... Old people are really either really
Into
nice
incels?
or awful.
They're really
So,
into incels? Big fan of incels.
I also found it amazing how Jason's appearance changed from the ending from part 2 to part 3. Then to make matters worse, I ended up buying it on DVD to go with the first 2 parts, and it looked even worse on DVD as far as effects. Then why buy
would
it?
you watch it?
I am a true
If you
hardcore
hate-
fan of the original.
What?
Bad taste. The second one was
No
just
wonder
okay.
no wonder he hates this
And
one.
in this one, Jason allegedly dies.
True hardcore. Nothing happens in it
Yeah,
for an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah. So again, just this is proof that like the 1-star reviews, like it's okay to not like the movie and criticize it, but the 1-star reviews are usually just written by shitheads who don't know.
That's what I was gonna say. The only people who dislike a movie and write a shitty review are people who are gonna have bad takes.
Or even
if you dislike
have
a
shitty
movie,
review, don't give it a 1. Be fair.
right?
Like they're just
like if you anybody who has a like who doesn't like a movie and is gonna like most of those people aren't gonna but like they have a good reason. Most of them aren't like gonna take the time to write a 1-star review. You know, like because it's. If you really don't like the movie, it's kind of beneath you to then write to take the time to write the review. You know what I mean?
yeah. It's
Like I'm never
you
like
can't take too much stock into the 1-star.
like it's not like I'm ever gonna write a who's gonna write a 1-star review of The Room? Everyone knows it's bad. It's pointless.
so bad it's good.
Right? It's pointless to write. Like so. Like why would you even take the time?
All right, now we will go into is it scary? How scary is it? Now, currently our list is topped by Nightmare on Elm Street with a 6.5. Creep with a 5.5 is number 2. Number 3 and 4 are Demonic Toys and Chud, both with a 3.5, so I guess they're both number 3. Friday the 13th, Part 2 has a 3, and it is number 5. Eden has a 2 at number 6. Friday the 13th, the original, has a 2, also at number 6. Toxic Avenger has a 1 in last place. And keep in mind, these are not ratings on how good the movies are, they're how scary they are.
I'm gonna say, and you let me know whether or not you agree or disagree with this. My initial instinct is to rate it the same as Part 2, which is a 3, because it's literally basically just the same movie over again, except I'm gonna give it a 3 point. I'm gonna say give it a 3.1, putting it slightly higher than Part 2, specifically for the spear gun to the face kill, because it's something like memorable and shocking, and I do not remember any of the deaths in Part 2.
I was going to give it a 2.5.
You can put Friday Part 2 above it?
Yeah, I guess I didn't take into account the score of that one. I guess I don't like doing a 3.1.
We can retroactively we can go with like 3.25 if that makes you feel better. We can retroactively like lower Part 2. So like we could do.
No, I don't want to do that.
Well,
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
Part 2. We're changing part 2 to a 2.5.
That's
Not 22. That'd be way too scary. And then part 3, a 3.
Okay. That sounds reasonable.
All right. Friday the 13th, part 3 has been binned. Thank you for watching.
Yay!